Hey guys, welcome back to what is the last and final part of Baldur's Gate 1 before we transfer into Siege of Dragonspear and then eventually Shadow of Arm, and then that's when the fun begins. As who is it who says that? I can't remember. Anyway, so obviously last episode we left off Iron Throne, dealing with that stuff. We've got all of the documents that state we need to go to Candlekeep, so that's where we're heading off to. And here we are, in Candlekeep. And we're just doing this bit now. I'm just going to make sure that the volume is not picking up from the game. If it is, that's crap. Oops. Yep. That's bad. Anyway, so coming to Candlekeep, the only reason I go up to the inn was because I wanted to talk to this guy, Winthrop. Just because I liked his character, he was funny, and I just wanted to see if he had any extra dialogue. Because, bearing in mind, every time I've played this game, I've just gone straight into the Candlekeep bit and just bypassed talking to everyone. This time, I actually went and spoke to Winthrop just to see what happened, but yeah. One thing as well, obviously we're doing at the moment, is I'm trying to get myself ready for Siege of Dragonspear, because that game, obviously, it's going to be a lot of fun, but obviously I have no money, so I need to make sure I have enough gear for actually going through SOD, i.e. potions and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I reckon we're at this level now where I'm literally about to breeze through. This episode, obviously from this point now to the end of the game, it's going to be about half an hour. And then that's it. We're moving on to SOD, which I will be recording tonight. And that should be no more than maybe, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 different parts of the game. I don't know. I don't really know how long Siege of Dragonspear actually is. As far as I'm aware, just off the top of my head, I've never soloed SOD. Oh no, I've soloed it once. Kind of. I soloed it and then eventually I just started bringing Dawn with me, so I didn't really solo it. I just did it solo. I just took Dawn with me for the just the fun of it, I guess. But yeah. So we're in Candlekeep. We're actually in the interior this time. So for you guys who've never been playing this game, this is what it looks like inside, because we weren't allowed in last when we were right at the start of the game, I guess. God, that feels like so long ago that I'd done the first episode of this. But thank God it's people are actually wanting to watch it. It's good to know that people are out there wanting to see solo runs of characters. And if I'm helping in any way, shape or form, teach you the ways of Baldur's Gate, even though I'm probably the worst teacher. But yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I couldn't equip the ring. I knew it, obviously everyone and their mum knows that's Saravok, but I mean I didn't the first time I played through the game, in all fairness, but yeah. He gives you this ring of protection. I assume it's cursed, but I don't know. I don't think it is, but yeah, I've never used it before, because we had the guards +2 ring, so we don't need to use it, which is, yeah, it's alright. But yeah. So I leave Candlekeep because, triggering the script. You could kill them if you want to, but I didn't. I don't know, playing a good guy, I guess. Even though if you kill them, you get some decent experience, you get some good loot, I think. I can't remember, because last time I did a solo run I did kill them, because I was playing a solo blackguard, not recording it, even though that might be an interesting thing to solo. But yeah, to be fair, the classes I recommend that you solo are obviously this one, because this is the by far easy mode. Kensai Mage, if you're skilled at the game, do it. And then probably the other one will be Cavalier for easy mode. So here, this is what we prepared for. I brought all of these scrolls for this point right here. So casting the resist magic, and then just for YOLO, I cast the protection from undead, because there is like some ghasts and stuff up here. Just do that. And this is probably one of the most pivotal points in the game, because this is where you find the Strength Tome and the Wisdom Tome. So here, obviously I'm killing off these ghast. There's 650 pieces a pop. They don't attack back because you protection from undead. So yeah, I just do that. I don't think I actually do. No, I don't kill them. There's not really much point, but 650 XP per pop, it's decent. So do it if you're still like low on XP. I'm not by any means. Can't remember what level I am, but I'm a high level, at least for this game. But yeah. So yeah, one of the things I knew what was coming, so I took a Potion of Freedom out because I know there's web traps. One of the things I should have got really as well was the poison, like anything that resists poison, but I realised I have my elixir of health on my hotbar anyway, so wouldn't have really mattered if I did get poisoned. Oh, there you go. So I'm level, I completely forgot, 10 I think it is, or 9, I don't know. But yeah, so the reason you cast the protection from magic is because the awful amount of traps that are in this place, and one wrong step and you could die. But yeah, so also because I don't have a thief with me, I can't open this thing. So you have to have a strength like 24 or higher. So I drink the potion and I open it, and then I finally get my strength tome. So that'd be me with 19 strength going into SOD. And to be fair, we're going to have a fantastic start on Shadow of Amn, and in all fairness, hand on heart, Shadow of Amn is by far a much better game than this. Not saying Baldur's Gate 1 is by any means a bad game. I love this game. In a way, because of the way I play, and because of how quickly I get through Baldur's Gate 1, kind of feels just like one game to me. Shadow of Amn is a lot longer, which you'll notice by the amount of, episodes I'm going to be doing on it. Like, this is episode 7 for Baldur's Gate 1, and I've already completed the game. I think I'm going to be like, I don't know, episode 30, maybe, or something like that, by the time I finish, I don't know, I'd say episode 25, by the time I finish Shadow of Amn, and then go into Throne. But then that being said, I'm also doing Siege of Dragonspear, so that's probably going to be an extra, like, maybe 4-5 episodes. Who knows? We'll find out when we get there. I'm not very good at planning ahead. I'm not really good at doing anything else. But yeah, we'll get there. Right now, all I'm doing is just trying to steamroll my way through. We've got our protection from magic, protection from undead, hence why the skeletons didn't attack us as well. And then we just get attacked by these doppelganger things, and yeah. It's not really much to talk about from here on out, up until maybe later on with Saravok, but it's kind of just a generic, we have a big massive stick, need to whack the, big bad nasty doppelgangers, and that will do our work for us. To be fair, the doppelgangers sometimes drop some good loot, like I did notice that one guy dropped a diamond. I was like, oh. Mind you, again, I don't really need any money. I'm so rich. The amount of money I've got, I'm probably richer than Entar Silvershield, the richest NPC in this game. But yeah, I'm probably by far the richest person in Baldur's Gate. Like, that, just from selling everything that I don't need. And that is, as I've said many a time, the good thing about not having a party. So I make a massive mistake in this one. I figured that my protection from magic would save me a lot, which I thought it would. But the one thing I failed to take into consideration is archers, ranged units, and I get myself wrecked quite badly. But I do obviously remember that I do have a potion of invulnerability, so I start taking that. I was going to say, if I sat there and drank a potion of, I don't know, whatever, potion of magic protection, I was going to shoot myself, like, because I've got the protection from magic spell. I've done that before. I'm yeah, I've done that plenty of times before. I've cast a protection from magic scroll and then proceeded to drink the my potions to make myself protected from magic. I'm not the smartest human being in the daycare. I don't know. But yes, targeting down the rest of them. He's a mage. I take no magic damage, so eventually I get through super easy, beating him. And yeah, one of the things as well about this area. So obviously, other than be careful about those guys, because sometimes they can end the run purely based on the archers. Take out the ranged characters first. With your protection from magic, you don't need to worry about the main guy. It's this part. So I knew what was coming, but for some reason my brain told me that my protection from magic scroll would protect me from these guys. I didn't, so I got turned to stone, and I had to reload the save. So that wasn't fun. It takes a couple attempts before I figure out how to get around it. Because I thought, okay, I just need to get my saving throw saved, whatever. And I figured because of my Helm of Baldur, because of everything else, I've got a pretty high save. I swear petrification is set on death saving throws. I'm not sure. So I figured I had a decent chance, and I just got really unlucky that time. Nope, they 100% get you every time. So I had to figure out a different way of going about it. So yeah, I go through this quite a few times, a quick save there, so that way I'm not like having to go back and fight those guys all over again. But yeah, so at least I've got a quick save down properly. And here I thought a Berserk might work, but it didn't. I was trying my best not to waste any of the stuff I've got, like my potions. I was just trying to figure out what to do. But yeah, just killing these spiders off constantly. I know you've seen this about 3 times now. Won't be the last time either, because I think I fail again this time. Takes me a few runs. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I do. Oh no, yeah. Turns out I'm actually quite clever, and actually do sort myself out this time. So the potion I drink, the reason I take this one, the magic shielding potion, is because you have a 100% chance to succeed in all saving throws. That will protect you from basilisks. So definitely do that every time you're going up against these basilisk things, because then you won't get turned to stone. So I heard the level up sound, so I believe I've got myself a level up here, which I think will be my 10th level as a fighter. I was tempted in going into level 9 as my Berserker, and then doing dual classing, but I didn't. Oh no, I'm a level 8 turning to a level 9. There we go. There you go, so I'm now a level 9. But yeah, but I figure I'm going to go, I will do what I said, and go to level 13 and do it that way. I think that's just, in my opinion, you're stronger as a level 13 Berserker. But that's if there's statistics and numbers out there that proves me wrong, then fair enough, I'm wrong. But personally, I believe you're stronger if you're a 13 mage, and then the rest of your levels as a mage.
With caution.
So I've come to Friendly Armin purely for the case of just turning in the Tomes of Understanding and all that, just so I can use them. Turns out you can't use the cloak on top of armor, or well, on top of the ring. So I figured that out, and I'm a bit annoyed about that, just because I wanted to have the extra 2 armor rating with the extra 2 saving throws as well as with the ring, but yeah, it doesn't work like that. So I end up just sticking with what I had, but I kept the cloak just in case. Cloak's decent, but to be fair, I'm not going to be using it, so I probably just in the end sell it. Finally, though, we have now got the completely max stats that we can get in the game. So we've got all 3 wisdom tomes. We had the strength, the intelligence, and the charisma, and basically just all of the stat increasing tomes. So whatever you roll at the start of the game, you can plus that by like an extra 7, I think it's 7, and that's what your actual final roll will be if you play through Baldur's Gate 1. So yeah, it's decent. Is it 7 or is it 8? I can't remember. So yeah, you can have a really crap character, like say you rolled like an 82 or whatever, and then you end up the game with like a 91 or something like that. That's why most people who play this game in min-max don't really need to have high level stats, because you get high level stats anyway. I mean, by far, if you roll absolutely amazing stat roll, like for example I did, to be fair, I got a 91 on this character. I think it was 91, yeah. So I got a god stat, and then you're plussing that by 8. So I've got a 99 stat character. So I'm nearly 100 stat man. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I drink an invisibility potion just because there's guards there, and I don't want to have to kill them. Because if you do kill the guards who are after you, you lose reputation points, and I don't particularly feel like I want to have to pay an extra 7,000 gold on every single item in the game. But yeah, we're finally actually in Baldur's Gate again after dealing with all of the stuff at Candlekeep. I'm making sure I quick save every now and then so I don't have to go back to dealing with those basilisks. I go to the Iron Throne building just to basically progress and get Saravok's diary, because then I can use Saravok's diary for proving that Saravok is evil, I guess. But also because, you know, it's something to do, extra experience. I always do this Iron Throne building bit, and then towards the end of going into Iron Throne, I don't know if I did it last. Yes. I might have done it last episode. I can't remember if I did it last episode. I didn't actually commentate over it because that was right at the end of the episode. But I showed an Easter egg that basically if you can get right to the top of the Iron Throne building, and for any of you who have watched the starting point of Baldur's Gate, you see Saravok fighting, well, not really fighting, the guy is pathetic, but like you see Saravok killing another Bhaalspawn, and that's at the top of the Iron Throne building, and he basically throws the guy off of the edge, and yeah, throws him off the Iron Throne building, destroying the railings. If you go to the top of the building, then you can see that. If you click on the western railing, it actually says it's been repaired recently. Just a cool little Easter egg that I've personally, playing this game for years and years, I've never noticed that before, and it was only that time where I realised like you can do that. But yeah, so pick up the Diary of Saravok. If you want to read it, by all means go through, you can read some of it. I was having a bit of a gander just to see what it said, hoping it would say something about me. I believe it does, I just didn't read that bit. It says something about Gorion and Candlekeep, so yeah. Sorry, just having a bit of a quick drink. Having a bit of my Pepsi. Yeah, so I don't go to... So it was definitely in the last episode. So yeah, towards the end of it, after the whole Iron Throne business fiasco thing, yeah, you'll see the little Easter egg that I go up and show you. It's just something that's, I think, is quite cool. Just pays a bit of homage to the trailer. I guess, was it the game trailer? I don't know. I know it was just a prologue opening thing.
These are troubled times.
So this Tamako person, all I know is she's works for Saravok, but she's betraying him, telling me basically everything that's going on. That I'm apparently Saravok's brother. I'm also a Bhaalspawn, and yeah, that I should try to reason with him instead of kill him. It's basically all of that, you know, trying to be the typical good hero sort of guy. Here, I get absolutely wrecked because my stupid ass forgot to use Berserk. So I get held, and they just go to absolute town on me, so I die. Yeah, I was hoping that hold would wear off, but yeah, it doesn't. because holding this game lasts for about 5 hours in game time and real life actually for that matter. So yeah, I just end up reloading the save. I think, yeah, there you go. Just end up reloading the save. Thankfully it autosaved just before going into this area, so it wasn't too far back. I noticed from the last time that there was guards up there, so I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go around so I don't have to deal with that.
I must
Talk to her again. I made sure I picked the same options as I did last time, just to avoid any, you know, sequence breaking, I guess. I don't know. So obviously going into this bit, I wanted to make sure I berserk, so I prep it now. I prep my draw upon holy strength, and then I berserk, and then I just go to absolute town on them. So draw upon holy strength boosts all of your main stats to like 22. It's a damn good spell in all fairness, because it also gives you extra constitution, which means more health, I believe. I don't know, or just health regeneration, because anything that's, if you have constitution over 20, you have an innate constitution health regeneration ability, whatever. So yeah, so I kill this doppelganger. I finally save the good old Duke, can't remember what his name was, but yeah, I save him before. So normally, if you see a lot of speedrunners or min-maxers, they will just keep his body in the inventory, which is funny, because if you keep his body in the inventory and then you're in Siege of Dragonspear, you've technically duplicated that character. It's actually, yeah, it's weird, because you have his dead body in your backpack, and yet he's right in front of you talking to you. So I find that quite funny. It's a little exploit or weird just little glitch thing. But yeah, handed his body into the guy like the guy told you to do, get some experience from it, 2,500. Duke Elton, that was his name. And then you have to go to the big ol'... yeah, so I realise, I've done this every single time, I constantly forget that we have to go into this place first. And you have to kill those assassins, the ones who killed Entar Silvershield, which you find out about just by talking to some people. But yeah. So, because I've got so much gold, I just give him the 10 gold. First time I played through this game, I was like, no, because I was expecting him to take like half of my gold from me, like, you know, I was expecting it to be like 10,000 gold. I kited this guy away from his partner, because, so I could just deal with them one-on-one, it makes it easier. His short sword that he's got, the short sword of backstabbing, is probably the best short sword in the game. Too bad that before Siege of Dragonspear came out, too bad that you didn't actually get to use it very much, because, yeah, well, you get all your items taken away from you by the time you do Shadow of Harm. But yeah, and then she was just super easy because of our Berserk. But yeah, you can see how we basically steamroll every character now. We are just insanely powerful, just stupidly strong. But yeah, so I also forgot to pick up the invitations that you need to get into the next bit. So I go back for them, pick up the invitations, and then, yeah, I then carry on with the quest. So this bit, we then go back to the Duke's estate, castle thing, whatever it is. And yeah, and that's the bit where we find out Saravok's evil plan. And then we basically right at the end. So yeah, this bit, I think we've only got about an extra 15 minutes left. No, not even that, about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes into the end of the video, and yeah, you see how quick the entirety of this quest is. You notice that when you get to Baldur's Gate, the game just starts to play a lot faster. I think because so in my opinion, BioWare are quite smart. They know by the time you get to Baldur's Gate, you're pretty powerful. So normally about like level 5, 6, depends on how fast you play, but yeah. One of the things as well you want to do, keep this guy alive, keep the Duke alive. If he dies, you failed the entirety of the mission, and then yeah, you have to reload. Thankfully I do so much damage, and yeah, it was really easy. And then we end up just playing chicken with this doppelganger, because he's fleeing and running away like a, yeah, but I end up getting him and turning him into goop. And then Saravok's just standing there like an absolute badass, just doing nothing. I mean, his armor looks cool, he towers over everyone. And yeah, I tell Belt about all of Saravok's plans, give him the diary. And yeah, Saravok then just goes aggro and starts to kill everyone. You have to be careful with this bit, because Saravok hits really hard. You notice that, yeah, he did like 30 or 40 odd damage to me, and that was scary. And he's like that in the final boss battle as well, but thankfully I had more time to prepare for that boss battle, lots of time for that matter, so it was very, very easy. Obviously you get teleported to track down Saravok, and that's what we're doing now. We're just basically retracing his steps and chasing after him. Before that, I go to heal up, so basically just going down to Elfsong Tavern, and yeah, well, I also wanted to make sure I had the correct amount of potions, and yeah, basically ensure that I was ready for this this big, massive boss battle. So yeah, the Shadow's Blade, otherwise known as the Blade of Backstabbing, it's the best short sword in the entirety of the game if you're playing as a thief or assassin sort of style character. You know, just doing the old backstabbing stuff. It's definitely the best for that. But yeah, we wanted to make sure that I had all of the potions needed, because again, to reiterate, potions are the most important, probably one of the most, if not the most important thing about Baldur's Gate. It's can be like the be all and end all of a run. Potions just are the best. It turns you into a literal god in every sense, and it means you can solo basically every single character, every enemy there is, and not have to worry about anything. Like you'll see when I get to the Saravok boss battle, I barely break a sweat. I do retreat once just to sort of like start regenerating a bit of my health, because to be fair, with the amount of potions I take, I regenerated 6 points of health per tick, so it's like every second. So yeah, I was regenerating health really quickly. Saravok, all he did was hit me once or twice, and I was like, oh crap, I need to, you know, back away a little bit. And then by the time I backed away, I had nearly max health again.
Think carefully.
And then because the amount of damage I do, because of my stat choices and everything like that, it was good. That yeah, we do damage and we hit very frequently. And then all of the potions we had, it was ideal, which we'll see in a minute. So obviously coming through here again, I wanted to use up my last protection from magic scroll, because there are quite a few magic traps in this area again, so be careful with traps. Obviously we're not playing as a thief character or with a thief character, so we don't have find traps, which means I need to be careful. It's a good thing that I have quite a big knowledge about Baldur's Gate, because I know where the traps are. I don't know exactly where they are, but I know in which areas I need to do this and do that. So yeah, I end up just doing that, fighting these. Basically these, I thought they were battle horrors. They're not, they're called Doom Guards. They look so cool with their swords. I don't know. But yeah, just make sure in certain areas that you cast in the correct spells, i.e. with what I'm doing, magic protection. It's Shadow of Arm. As much as I love that game, it's so big, there's so much to remember. I don't actually know everything about the game, so I'm gonna probably struggle a little bit, because I think Shadow of Arm's actually, in terms of playing the game, probably my least played, even though it's my favourite. Because the game is so big, I tend to just play a character, play it to the end, and then I guess that's it. Whereas with Baldur's Gate, because the game is so quick and so easy and so just rapid, I can make millions and millions of different characters, play through all of them. In a way, it's like my little playground. It's very good to test characters and test builds, but yeah. And this is what I figured out worked best for me, because I like staffs. I could have, you know, everyone's who's my friends who play this game, they always say go for halberds, because halberds are the best weapon of like in Throne of Baal. But my way of playing the game is I want to be good throughout the games, so like I don't want to struggle in, say, because obviously in this game, the first one, that there's not really many good weapons. You can get some really good daggers, really good short swords, some really good, I think, well obviously what I've got, quarterstaffs, and that's about it. Maybe, you know, an axe here and there, a long sword, whatever, but everything else is just crap. The best katana in the first one is a +1 katana, so it's not really good. But yeah, I like to be good throughout the game, so I like to have the best weapon in Baldur's Gate 1, then the best possible weapons in Shadow of Arm and Throne of Baal, which for me works out to be Staff of Rin through Shadow of Arm, eventually into Staff of the Ram. And that's just the way it was, how I came up with it in logic. But yeah, so normally you have to fight that person, Tomoko, but if you say that you're going to basically be the opposite of what you are, so saying I'm not a murderer, I'm not, you know, here to kill people, she starts to just contemplate her life choices and says, okay, I won't kill you, or I won't attack you. And this is the part where I start to chug like I'm a university student again. Basically all of these potions, getting ready for the final boss battle. And to be honest, it was a breeze. It was really easy. And you can see I didn't even use a lot of the potions anyway. A lot of the potions I kept. But yeah, so again, top tip, drink the blue potion of magic protection first, because if you drink any of the potions and then you drink that one, it will dispel the effects of all the other potions and effects. So make sure you drink that one first and then drink the other ones. But yeah. But at this point in time, I can't really be hit very easily, and I have quite a good resistance to quite a lot of damage. I've still got my magic protection scroll set up, so I mean, you know, as I said earlier, I have my magic protection scroll set up, but I still drank my magic protection potions, so it kind of wasted them. But you know, it doesn't matter. So as well, we want to be careful with that center symbol, the symbol of Baal, because a lot of the tiers on that icon are trapped. But yeah, so yeah, I just rush in. I start to see I was losing health right there, and I was like, okay, right. Then I start regenerating health, and then eventually, there you go, end. It was very anticlimactic. If not gonna lie, you're expecting this massive, great boss battle, but yeah, here lies Saravok. And yeah, I think that's it. So all I gotta say is, while this is running, this epic final cutscene cinematic, thank you so much for watching the first part, like, of the series, I guess. And if you've liked it, please consider liking. If you've watched all of the episodes of the series, thank you so much for supporting me. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And yeah, thanks so much guys, and I'll see you next time in Siege of Dragonspear. Peace out. Goodbye.